Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Color X Malice. I'm sorry, I'm like laughing because I'm like just about to start my intro, and the bird starts like doo 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 doo, like chirping away, and now he's like freaking the hell out over here. And like I don't know, he's just being really happy talking to like other birds outside. And of course, my phone just decides to start freaking ringing right now. Ignore, ignore, ignore. I'm hitting the ignore button. Jesus, it's just a goddamn telemarker. Stop fucking calling me. But anyway, we're back with Color X Fellas, and we are in chapter 2 of Sasazuka's route. And I'm going to apologize right now because I'm dying today. Like, oh my god, I've done nothing but sneeze all day. I think I'm going to die. But I have like nothing to do. So I had to record stuff. And I was like, well, this is going to suck for you. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm sorry. This episode and probably the next one will be me like sniffling and suffering through them. But it is what it is. You should be used to this by now. I mean, good lord. It is not a playthrough if I aren't dying at least once or 6 times in the course of playing a game. Anyway, so yeah, we just started chapter 2. We were up on the roof with Sasazuka. We impressed him with our knowledge and answering his quiz thing. Anyway, welcome back, you two. Huh? Saraishi? I was immediately welcomed by Saraishi, who gently waved at me. I surveyed the room and I noticed that Enomoto didn't seem to be there anymore. Enomoto'd rather not meet with Sasazuka now. Saraishi had just arrived earlier. So stupid. That's why that idiot Mineo is so useless. You provoke him, so it's your fault too. I don't do that. If I don't do that, then he won't do anything. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so you reconciled with Sasazuka? Reconciled? I didn't realize that I'd been fighting with him, and Sasazuka quickly interjected. She's going to be working with me. She's passed the test for now. I see. Look at the way he's looking at us. He's looking at us like, you sneaky bastard. He smiled and congratulated me, and I meekly nodded. What's the sheepish look for, idiot? I don't look like that. Shut up and focus. The real deal starts now. Get your head in the game. Sasazuka threw his jacket toward the desk and looked over at Yanagi and Saraishi. Anyways, we need to get her up to speed, so let's recap our current situation. That sounds good. I'd like to organize a bit, too. Yes, go ahead. I'll just watch over with care. Saraishi was being his usual laissez-faire self, and I can actually say laissez-faire. I mean, I know how to say... most people know how to say things like that. You've never seen it in writing before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never actually seen it. I don't know if I've seen it in writing before, yet you recognize it, and you're like, look, I did it! Whoa! Meanwhile, there's words you know that you're like, oh, that says the. Anyway, I still couldn't tell if he actually cared about what goes on here or not. She's at the point where she's figured out the past incidents were substitution murders. That's where the problem begins. Hey! Yes? Do you remember how I told you that you got 75 points earlier? Yes? Myself, Yanagi, and Saraishi are already a step beyond that. It's a good opportunity for you to train. So why don't you figure out your missing 25 points now? He just came right out and suggested it so naturally, but my body instantly tensed up. But I couldn't retreat now. This was probably another phase of Sasazuka's test. All right. After I nodded, Sasazuka laughed and displayed a look that was so obviously malicious. I even saw the evil intent from profile view. Do your best. It'd suck for you if we split up after an hour. Cool, it's Sasazuka. So where should we start? Start at the beginning of the beginning. Sasazuka, did you already discuss the motive? No. Right, we're starting all the way back there. So I'll go through the beginning part. Yanagi threw me a lifesaver as Sasazuka made his annoyance apparent. Hoshino, are the details of the X-Day cases clear in your head? If you need any explanation, just tell me. As he asked me, wait. Can I take a moment if you wish to revise details Okay, I saw the chat. Okay. I'm assuming that's, can I take a moment, then you can actually, like, go through and review the things that you've already known. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I remember the basics of all the cases. I don't, but it's okay. All right, I'll skip over that part. Well then, the main issue begins here. I swallow my breath after Shiraishi's words. You reached a conclusion that these were proxy murders because of the common aspects of motive between the incidents, right? Yes. The July case and the December 8th case, they both involved a stalker. The August case and the December 7th case, both of them involved online bullying. Without these common aspects, I wouldn't have ever considered the possibility of a substitution murder. But we found different points of similarity between all the X-Day incidents. Which is? The culprit's motive. Adonis's declaration of terrorism is that they're supposedly going to spur the revival of Japan through these killings. But the individual killings themselves should also provide us with a reason as to why these specific individuals were targeted. I can't, because I can't breathe through my nose right now. So it's like, it's really forcing. Holy crap, that's painful. A series of killings should have a motive. In regards to the July and August cases, the motives were easier to see because of the incidents that occurred afterward. But if this common aspect included all the other cases as well, then I mulled it over and came up with... perhaps it's revenge. And the reason you say that? Because the victims in each case were all thought to have grudges held against them by someone. In the case of the police abductions and murder, innocent people were unfairly given a bad reputation due to the false arrest. I believe the other cases are similar as well. Sasazuka laughed blithely. Hold on. So evilly happy, can I just tell you? Because he's got like cat fucking eyes, and then his grin. He's like such the Cheshire Cat. It's ridiculous. But anyway, you passed. I'd have been a pain if you didn't. Needless to say, I was pretty relieved to hear those words. Adonis refers to all of their murders as judgments. In fact, all the X-Day incidents stem from crimes that the police were unable to address. I see. The police need definitive evidence of a crime in order to act. Bullying and stalking are tough to prove. But when the police did respond, they usually had to take a wait-and-see approach. Although it was frustrating for the aggrieved, rushing to judgment would just generate many more false arrests, like the May incident. The police won't do anything to help, so exact vengeance with our own hands. It's rather a simple concept. Simple yet completely unacceptable. Besides, we should be focusing on something else. What's that? Their recent actions have been quite erratic. Until November, there were many suspects, but every single person had a perfect alibi, and the investigation would completely stop. Yeah, because they're substitution murders. Sasazuka sighed upon hearing my response. How'd you come to that conclusion? Because the recent killings are tied to the others? Yes? The proxy murder theory popped up many times in our past investigations, but we could never prove our conclusions. And then, thanks to the recent incidents, our theories were now coincidentally validated. We're saying that it's far too easy now. In fact, you can say they've been downright sloppy. Agreed. It's true any way you slice it. Before their crimes were carefully plotted. Does that mean... I just blurted out what popped into my head. They're trying to be found. Is someone inside Adonis trying to get discovered on purpose? I wouldn't say that's an impossibility, but what merit would that course of action have? You're right. As I thought harder, Shiraishi stared at me. Is something... The merit could be right here. Huh? Then Yanagi and Sasazuka appeared to have eureka moments while looking at me. His shocked face is fucking adorable. To be precise, at my neck. I'm assuming this was supposed to be read. I was trying to think if I should read this in the voice of, like, the Mickey Mouse voice, but anyway. I don't know if I could do this. I don't think I could do it right now. Oh my God. You who question the form of righteousness that the police cling to would surely find our concept of justice more agreeable. Of course, we do not expect you to be persuaded by mere words. So please, try to grasp the truth of the X-Day incidents. I can't do it right, but it's okay. Discover our true intentions. You have until midnight on January 1st. We'll be watching you via Spacey Hoshino. The person who collared Hoshino is trying to get all of us to pursue the X-Day incidents. They're expecting something if we do. They even referred to Hoshino as one of our sympathizers. But that I really don't understand. Honestly, what are they thinking? Well, thinking about what Adonis is thinking isn't going to generate any real answers for right now. But suppose that their intentions are intended to give us hints. For Adonis, the suspects in the July case would be of no more value than a disposable pawn. Oh, Suraishi was saying something like that they're just sacrificial pawns. Well, yeah, it's an obvious way to look at it. That's true, but I wasn't exactly satisfied with his answer because when Suraishi talked about the cases, he sounded remarkably detached from them. Honestly, it looked like he didn't care about things unless they were something he was interested in. But shouldn't this interest him? Although maybe I just felt that way because I was really starting to get into solving this incident now. Hey, huh? I looked up and Sasazuka was handing something to me. I played along and stretched out my hand, and I received a chocolate wrapped in gold foil. What's this? God, he is legit giving us treats for getting right answers. He is treating. Oh my God. I love it. You were able to keep up with everything up until this point. Are you trying to feed me again? I'm saying that as a reward. Anyways, just be thankful and accept it. Jeez. I fumed slightly while accepting his gift. Probably wasn't very convincing because Yanagi and Suraishi began laughing. What is it? I just thought it was a heartwarming scene. Yeah, glad it seems like you'll be fine. I had very, very mixed feelings about it. It's like when Sheldon tries to train Penny by giving her candy. Fucking Big Bang Theory. That's what he's doing. He's training us with candy. Unfortunately, we're kind of at loggerheads right now. What? But it's like you said. They brought in someone for the 7th case, so the 8th is only a matter of time. Yeah, but then what about afterwards? Afterwards? We don't know if they're just going to keep sacrificing people like this or not, or if something will change on Adonis' side. Hell, they're probably listening now. We're completely wrapped around their fingers. I reflexively put my hand on my neck. When I was first collared, I couldn't help but think about every little action I took, but recently I'd forgotten that it was on. Apparently I was getting used to having this thing on. I need to stay vigilant, I tell myself. It's likely that they're combing through all the subjects for all the cases at headquarters right now. Sasazuka and I remember the suspects before we resigned up to a point, but I have data on all suspects until September. The issue is narrowing them down. Isn't Investigations HQ having the same problem? I instinctively glanced at Shiraishi. He was the only one here who worked at Investigations HQ, or Investigations Headquarters. I tried interviewing the person of interest, but they've just gone completely silent. Fortunately, they self-destructed, so we're able to keep them in custody for a different arrest. Self-destructed? Yep, they were obstructing justice and damaging property. That guy's name is Manabu Soda? He's 20 years old and unemployed. I'd witnessed him being taken into custody, and while he was there, he seemed to have been resisting, but once he entered the interrogation room, he calmed down as if he was an entirely different person, and apparently spoke as little as possible. Think that's his collar? But we'll check your belongings just in case. Please cooperate with the investigation. Don't touch that! You can't take all the rest of the stuff. Not just you can take all the rest of the stuff. Just not the phone. The event is going to begin soon. Event? What are you talking about? What are you guys going to do if my rag slips because you guys screw up? I'm risking my life here. Hey, confiscate that cell phone. It might have information related to the incidents. Yeah, Soda, give up the cell phone. I said no. Do you know how hard I had to work to get myself into S rank? I had to work really hard to get to S rank too in the Psychedelic of the Black Butterfly shooting game. Just a couple tries though. We're just gonna check it. Bullshit! Now I know you're just saying that, you're not planning on giving it back. People inside are probably like, who's she yelling at? Soda! No! Soda! Soda, calm down. If you struggle anymore... Whoa! Shut up! Everyone just shut up! I'm a god over there! The party won't start if there's not a god at the event! Well, he is fucking messed up. Whoa! Like shit. Oh no, quick, hold him down! He lost his motherfucking marbles. Soda, arresting you on charges of property destruction and obstruction of justice. Obstruction, distraction, same difference. Are you shitting me? Don't screw with me! Give the phone back! Give it back! Give it! I can't do his voice. It hurts. It hurts my throat, man. There's also people outside, like, working on the apartment across the hall, and, like, they're probably hearing me, like, scream and rant, and they probably think I'm crazy. Whatever. Soda apparently overreacted to his cell phone getting confiscated and swung a chair around. Thanks to that, we were able to arrest him for a different crime and hold him, but... once his phone was taken away, he became completely disheartened. Now he just repeats, "Give my phone back," like he's a broken robot. So if the domiciliary? Whoa, good lord. Holy shit. Search turns up something. We can't ask him about it. Domiciliary search. That's a mouthful. This refers to when police officers or prosecutors exert their authority to enter specific residences to find evidence for a criminal case. A warrant is typically required. Yes, because they're going into your domicile. But domiciliary is just fucking Jesus. Domiciliary search. But even if they're a sacrificial pawn, they wouldn't just leave behind incriminating evidence. It was just like Yanagi said, we were obviously at a dead end right now. The simplest thing would be to wait until they caused their next incident. What? I involuntarily lost my temper for a moment in reaction to the casually tossed off suggestion. Even if we're trying to get to Adonis, to just allow another victim to die is... Calm down, idiot. Sasazuka nudged my head lightly. Oh, that's so cute. It's like just pushing me around. It's just hypothetical. Besides, in all honesty, we don't really have any other moves to make. We have to toe the line with how forcefully we can pursue past suspects. If we could at least learn more about the current investigation, we could focus our search better. Even then, we'd just be wasting our time, unless we can punch a hole in their alibi. The inside of the agency went dead silent. Not a single solution came up. The heavy silence hurt my heart. I don't want there to be any more victims, so how can I possibly stop that? Sasazuka was the one who broke the silence. Well, it seems that's enough for today. Yeah, I'll organize the incidents on my own. Share any progress you make, okay? I'll continue working on the September case. It's the only thing I'm interested in. Well then, it feels as if the current suspect they have is the actual perp. We also see the August. We also see August on it. It feels like if the current suspect they have is the actual perp, we also see Augusts automatically. That's the area we can't reach yet. I have to approach this from a different angle. Yeah. Even Sasazuka's sharp tongue was reduced to only providing vague directions for the moment. Today's meeting was adjourned without being able to determine any clear direction to proceed. Wait. Just as I stepped out of the agency, he stopped me from behind. Is something wrong, Sasazuka? I'm hungry. Huh? Food. Come on. We're going to lunch with him? That's adorable. As soon as he said that, he started walking. Looks like I didn't have any say on the matter. I mean, it's not like I don't want to, but hold on, I'm coming. Hurry up, dumb cat. Stop calling me that. Their bedroom banter is going to be amazing, is all I have to say. Like, he really can't speak his feelings, I thought as I ran after him. When we reached the busy streets, Sasuzuka's feet finally came to a halt. You, what do you want to eat? I responded to his question with a blank stare. I just assumed he was going to choose a restaurant he wanted to eat at. Anything is fine. As I said that, Sasuzuka knit his brow in an obviously irritated manner. Don't you have any free will? I'm going out of my way to cater to you. I'm not really a picky eater, so I'm fine with whatever you want to eat. You decide. But Sasuzuka, you seem to have a lot of particular likes and dislikes. I couldn't help but be indecisive when I thought about Sasuzuka's unexpected culinary landmines, like the matcha donut. But Sasuzuka was very insistent that I make a decision. Just pick something. 5 seconds. 5, 4. That place over there. The bar we always go to. After we entered and were led to our seats, the silence between us continued for a while. I couldn't endure the awkwardness any longer, so courageously I tried to break the silence. A 24-hour izakaya. It's pretty convenient, isn't it? This place doesn't have any sense of aesthetics. But this place is pretty good. This doesn't seem like the place a woman would pick. Sometimes I go drinking with my academy pal. Okay. Sorry. I tried to follow up, but I couldn't help but feel that I was digging myself a deeper hole. Although I was forced to decide suddenly, I felt like I completely botched the restaurant choice. This just happened to be the first place that I saw. Apparently I was weak against his deadlines. Traumatized was probably a better word. Well, it's fine. I just need some food. Welcome! Can I get your drink orders first? I don't know if it's a woman or a man. I'm going to pretend it's a lady. Cassis orange? Okay. I want an oolong. Eh? I want a beer. He's like, eh? I want oolong beer. He's just like, eh. Whatever he says I'm going to have. Oh, one Cassis orange and one draft beer. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. I kind of feel guilty for drinking alcohol while the sun's still up. What? Is it okay to be drinking this early? You can't drink all day unless you start in the morning, Spacey. Jesus. Why wouldn't it? Aren't you off duty? Well, I am, but there isn't anything that can be done right now. Drinking isn't an issue. The situation is pretty dire then. Also, like, you can still have a drink and not get shit-faced, so, I mean, you know. I took the menu without thinking and opened it up towards Sasuzuka again. If you're an American, you're like, what? I'm on lunch. Fucking drinking. Of course I'm drinking. What the hell? I probably have whiskey in my desk, for fuck's sake. And my gun. I'm not even a cop. I don't have whiskey or a gun at my desk at work. I'm just saying. I don't have those in my house either, but I'm just saying. It's America. Lord knows. 90% of the population probably does. Hold on. Surprised in the state of Shinjuku right now in this game that everybody's not drunk all the fucking time because it would just make things go easier. Where you'd be like, fuck my life, drunk all the time. Anyway. I took the menu without thinking and opened it up towards Sasuzuka. What should we get to eat? There's a lot of Japanese-style food here, so tell me if there's something you don't like. I see. What do you recommend? Huh? Any of the grilled chicken skewers are pretty good. Also the omelet, the boiled eggplant. I always get the small fish and radish salad. Ew, liver? Oh, then order all that and these assorted skewers. Oh, I don't want liver, so you can eat it. You don't like liver? Who does, you weirdo? Like, I don't hate it, I'm just not fond of it. Also the spring rolls. Salt yakisoba. Buta kakuni? French fries, fried oysters. Jesus Christ, where do you put that all? You eat that much? It's a normal amount. I'll add more if I'm hungry. He looks skinny, but he's still a guy. He is still a guy. Yeah, right. I masked my surprise and pressed the call server button. She's like, can we just get one of everything on the fucking menu? Because apparently he's like 4 feet tall and skinny as shit, and he's gonna flick it like. Maybe he's tall. He just looks like he's the shorter of all of the dudes. I don't know. Doesn't he? He looks like he'd be like the petite one. He's the short one. He's probably not. He's probably still 6 fucking foot tall, and everybody else is like 6'5" or something ridiculous. I don't know. That reminds me. I heard that you go drinking with Sakuragawa sometimes. Which kind of places do you go drinking at? I asked as I ate a chicken skewers. Okay, a chicken skewer. And Sasuzuka replied through a mouthful of fries. Through a mouthful. Really? Really, Sasuzuka? I expected better of you than to have shitty table manners. Everywhere I go with her is meat related. Whether it's steak, shabu shabu, yakiniku. Yakiniku. It's always some kind of meat. She must really like meat. Watching her eat will make you feel full, but I feel comfortable with her direct nature. I think I sort of understand. She's a really frank person. She told me how you two met. It seems like your first meeting left quite an impression on her. Oh, that. It seemed as though he was remembering something he'd rather not. He chugged his second drink, a screwdriver, and sighed. Are we going to walk out of here with him being fucking drunk? Because that's going to be great. I need this in my life. I need drunk Sasuzuka. Wait. In what chapter did Enomoto get drunk and molest? Are we going to get, like, every single one of them's going to get drunk and a little touchy-feely? Because that's kind of inappropriate, but also amusing to me. Like, he was irritated because the investigation had stalled because of bureaucratic bullshit. That's what annoys me most about Japan. He used to live in the U.S., right? Is life over there really that different? Yes. They leave you to fend for yourself a lot there, so maybe it suited me better. Some parts are annoying in their own way, especially school. Cliques are asinine. I just dropped out of school. Cliques really are asinine. Cliques! In Western schools, there's generally a vast gulf between the popular kids and the unpopular kids, and the subgroups within. These groups are known as cliques, and even in Japan, cliques will lead to bullying. Welcome to the U.S. Here's your manual on how to bully and or be bullied, because you're one or the other, motherfucker. Like, why do you think kids shoot up other kids? Because they're bullied all the time. That explains why you don't like the bullying, because you were probably bullied in America. You're welcome. I mean, I'm sorry. Wait, what? Welcome to America. Here's your gun. Here's your 3-gallon soda. That's the medium. And here's your diabetes in a cup. Like, oh, and here's your bullying. This person right here is going to bully you because that's how it goes. Like, seriously, like, we're assholes. What? You dropped out? Yeah, when I was 14. Asians face a lot of discrimination there. I was getting sick of dealing with it. He tells this pretty casually, but that seems like a pretty big deal. Oh, honey, it's not just you. If you're not white, you're just gonna get discriminated against here. I'm sorry. That's the problem. I cut the tamagoyaki to let it cool off a bit. Sasuzuka laughed devilishly as he saw me trying to figure out how to react. Just so you know, I could hold my own there. I even started a business. Got into stocks. Started a business? Yeah, I'm sure he dropped out of school. He's a fucking genius, though. Like, I dropped out of school at 14. I was too smart for that fucking shit. I could have graduated college, probably, is all I'm saying. Yeah, had an important business going. Well, I got bored after 3 years. It's the sign of a genius to get bored easily. My dad was doing IT-related work, and I had learned all about it since I was a kid. It's also when I took up hacking. He's like, ha ha ha, my business was stealing money from people. Good for you. Not really, you shouldn't do that, but you know. Unless you're stealing it from billionaires, because they're not going to fucking notice that $3 million you took. That's chump change, though. I'm an asshole. Don't listen to me. That world was completely foreign to me. Wow, that's amazing. Just living the way that suits me. In Japan, you're stigmatized without a degree, yes? Well, that's true, but Being able to support yourself at such a young age is pretty amazing, I think. Okay, flattery isn't going to get you anything. Lies. Liza Minnelli, you love it. I'm just speaking my mind. Just eat this liver for now. Look at the happy face. He's like, I love you. It's not going to get you anywhere. Yes, it is. Look at you smiling at me. Enough with the feeding me already. I sighed and reluctantly accepted the skewered liver. Ugh, I'm going to vomit. He could be an amazing person. Scary or mean. You needed to be careful around Sasazuka. You know, hearing what you had to say earlier, it seems really odd that you became a police officer in Japan. Did something cause you to come back to Japan? Not really. I just felt like it. Uh-huh. Why? But you're the one who decided that you should become a police officer, right? Are you investigating me or something? What? Who cares about something like that? I was puzzled by Sasazuka's suddenly icy demeanor. Was it something I shouldn't have asked? In response to the awkward silence, I didn't push it, changed the subject. What's the difference? I mean, I know what we're supposed to do, but hold on. Not pushing it, or I guess changing the subject is okay, let's talk about something else. Didn't push it, you're probably gonna be like, okay, we just sit there in awkward silence. I mean, we changed the subjects that we're supposed to do. So. No, I came up with a subject after a while. Oh, do you think that I'd be able to hack? Huh? Sasazuka looks surprised. He's like, no. I was aware that I'd said something insane, but I needed to change the subject. I'm not too familiar with that sort of thing, but maybe I could help with that a bit. He erupted with laughter, with a look on his face that was obviously mocking me. Yeah, girl, no. I don't need help, but also, that's impossible. But if you taught me, I could help with some of it at least. No, girl, honey. Master C, at least. And then you could come back and ask this again. C is an imperative programming language developed by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs in the early 70s. C spawned C++, Java, and influenced languages like Perl and PHP. He's like laughing at her because like, could you think I can learn to hack? Oh, honey, no. Honey, no. Honey, no. Are you good with IT shit? Can you program a computer? Then you're not going to be able to hack now. And look, and even if you can, still doesn't mean you can hack. C? Maybe I should have just told you to start over from kindergarten. Hey! Some of us know what that is, okay? Because we took IT classes, thank you very much. But see, again, I have a software engineering degree. I don't know how to hack, okay? I'm just saying. Kindergarten? Preschool? Oh, he loves us. I think you're going a bit too far. Afterwards, Sasazuka boosted his spirits by completing the goal of eating each dessert on the menu. Where the fuck? I hate boys. I'm just gonna eat everything, and you're like, I had a spoonful of a dessert and I gained 30 pounds. Fuck you. I felt way beyond stuff from watching him plow through dessert after dessert. That was it for our meal. Then, of course, he likes sweets, so I'm not surprised. Once I went outside, the sun was about to set. He's probably not going to eat for 4 days. I averted my gaze from the bright sunset, looked at Sasazuka, and bowed my head. Thank you for the food. I'll repay you some other time. It's fine. There's no way I'd let someone younger, much less a younger woman, pay for my meal. I didn't actually think that he thought of things like that. That's unexpected. Yeah, especially because you spend so much time in America and he'd be like, of course you should pay for me, bitch. You should do everything. Service me, cook and clean for me. You should like, we can go halvesies. No, that would be wrong. But we're just co-workers. No, it'd be wrong. But, okay. Awesome. Chivalry isn't dead, it's just in Japan. And just when my opinion of him had risen, well, that doesn't mean I'll walk you home. Go home on your own. I'll get home just fine. He just ruined even that by opening his mouth. As I pouted and looked away, what I saw directly in front of me was... What? My eyes went wide. Kazuki? What? Oh, sorry. My little brother is over there. Little brother? Which one? Those two over there. The one with the guitar is my brother. Eh? Is something wrong? Sasuzuka's expression immediately stiffened when he looked in that direction. But the light of the two of them were waiting on had turned green and... But the light the two of them were waiting on had turned green and... Sorry, Sasuzuka. I'm gonna go get my little brother. Today I must get him to come back home. Wait. Simultaneously, he grabbed me by the arm. Ooh. Don't go over there. What? Look, you don't understand. Just listen to me. Send a text instead. Ask where are you right now. What is this about? I didn't want to waste any time arguing, so I sent a text to Kazuki. Oh my god! Where are you right now? I saw Kazuki. He was just about to begin walking, take out his cell phone. Once he saw the screen, he looked annoyed. I saw it all the time, but it's still jarring. A response arrived. Akito's house. I'm staying over. No, this can't be... Kazuki and Akito seemed to be discussing something, and they began walking. Oh god, he doesn't think our brother is in fuck... What do you know, Sasuzuka? Unless he's like, your brother's in a band, I've seen him play. What? You follow what's-his-face? You follow Ishiki? Stunned, I watched their figures disappear into the distance. Maybe even lying yesterday, and the day before that too. Well, he's with Akito, so I mean... So where'd he go? What's he been doing? With the city like this, another incident could happen at any time. Eh? Sasuzuka tugged the arm he was still holding, and I turned around to follow. Sasuzuka wore a stern look on his face. I changed my mind. I'll walk you back home. What? As I was still befuddled, Sasuzuka held up his hand and summoned a taxi. That's not walking me home! I'll walk you back home, puts her in a taxi, tells her where to go, and then you're done. Reluctantly, I got into the car and gave the driver my address at Sasuzuka's urging. Is he going to come into our house with us? Ah! Man, he didn't get drunk, but we get to get him into our house. Sasuzuka only stared at the view outside the window as if he was glaring at it and didn't utter a single word. What is going on? I love it. He's like, don't, just text him, just wait. Thank you very much. I exited the taxi first, and after thanking Sasuzuka, who was still inside, he also exited the car for some reason. What? Why? As I was still confused, the taxi closed its doors and sped off. I'm sure the car didn't close itself, we did, but, what's your house number? Huh? Hurry up and lead the way. Man. Look, I know you bought me dinner, but Jesus, I think you're moving a little bit too fast, Sasuzuka. No, it's okay, I'm fine with it. After that, he headed into the complex, and I quickened my pace to get ahead of him. You're like, no, it's the building over there. Thank God you cleaned. As I unlocked and opened the door, Sasuzuka immediately entered, and the first words that came out of his mouth were, your little brother's room. Where is it? Kazuki's room? Why? Just tell me where it is. He's going to start going through your room, so... I promised that I'd never enter his room without his permission. As long as he doesn't find out, it'll be fine. Besides, he's not coming back tonight, right? Explain yourself now! I should have the right to know this. Just because he was my partner didn't mean that I needed to allow him to do everything. Once he saw that I wasn't about to budge, Sasuzuka clicked his tongue. Explain it to me, please. The guy that was with your little brother. Oh! You do think Akito's... Oh my god! I didn't want to be right. I didn't want him to be the bomber in the last one, but it just seemed to fit really well. Oh no. Akito? What about him? Akito's Sarah. He was one of the suspects in the June incident. Akito was? But... I even saw his picture on the suspect list. I'm positive. My brain refused to process this information. Although, because of the school festival a few days prior to the June incident, many people were going in and out. Oh, the June one is the woman, the kid. Oh my god, he blew up a middle school? Akito, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god. Oh my god. I bet he didn't do it though, because he was going to do the bombing. And then we talked to him and he's like, yeah, you're right. And then he called the member in the it just seems suspicious. The first time we see it, and now all of a sudden he's wearing a different outfit, like he doesn't have... But the weird thing is in this one, we've never seen him out of that like, out of his school uniform. He's always wearing that, like, windbreaker, you know what I mean? But it's like it's hiding a collar, like, you know what I mean? But also the bombing, and then he's gonna bomb the municipal building or whatever building it was. Oh my god. Ah! I don't like being right! Akito, I just really wanted you to be gay with my brother. I didn't want you to be evil. You can't do this to me. Oh. What's wrong with you, Akito? You're so nice and sweet. Oh. Anyway. That made the suspect pool exceptionally large, but Akito Sarah was spotlighted as someone who was especially suspicious. They chose not to arrest him because he was still a minor, and because he had a perfect alibi. Perfect alibi? That would normally make me feel relieved, but it does the exact opposite. Substitute murder. As long as that was a possibility, the perfect alibi made him look even more suspicious. As I stood frozen from the shock, Sasuzuka began to talk. So now you know. Tell me where your little brother's room is, or else I'll just search the house anyway. I nodded awkwardly and led Sasuzuka to Kazuki's room. Ah! See, this is why Enomoto's route really is the best one to do first. Because, like, that little mystery, if this happened and then we went down Enomoto's route, then when that shit happened, we'd be like, Akito, you're suspicious. And then the bot would be like, oh yeah, it was definitely him. Like, it wouldn't be as much fun as it was in Enomoto's route when it was like, I think... When he's like, oh yeah, I know what I need to do with my life. And you're like, that sounds shady. And then somebody calls in like, I left a bomb, but you gotta turn it off. And you're like, no, Akito! And it made a guess and it just seemed to fit really well. And it was like, and now we know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, well, if Okazaki's route spoils more, well, obviously, like, this one's a little bit spoilery for Enomoto's, if you think about it, if you did this one first. And if Okazaki's is a little more spoilery than this, and I'm really glad we did Sasuzuka's before that, because it's stuff like this. Like, I wouldn't want to have done Sasuzuka's first, done this and been like, what? Oh my god, like, because we didn't get to know Akito, right? So there is a logic in doing Enomoto's first, because you're doing Enomoto's, you get used to your brother, you bond with your brother, you butt up to your brother, you love Akito. You're like, oh my god, he's such a great kid, I love Akito. I ship them, it's great. Even if you don't actually ship them, but you love them anyway. You're like, I love him, he's so great. Oh, your friend's nice and you're a dick. You're my brother, but he's nicer. Can I adopt him? And then he turns out to be a bomber and you're like, oh, did he really do it? I don't know. And then in this, it's like you wouldn't have gotten attached to him. And then you could play Enomoto's route after this and you'd be like, I don't trust you. And it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't tug at your heartstrings the way it does. God damn it, Akito. Anyway, I hadn't been inside this room for a while. It was a typical boys' room in a state of moderate disarray. I apologize for the mess. It's fine. Anyways, help me out. Let's look for anything that could shed light on his relationship with Akito or the case. All right. Something like that won't be found. Kazuki's not tied to the incidents in any way. He might not realize it. As I repeated that in my head, I looked around the room. Poor Kazuki, right? Like, oh, this is moving the cursor. Okay, so we are. Oh, we have to examine each twice. The steel rack. What's this? Boop. Strewn about the components on top of the rack was a number of CDs. I looked closer and saw that the covers all had the same person on them. If someone as ignorant about music as me felt like I'd seen a musician before, that guy must be pretty famous. I wonder if Kazuki's a fan of theirs. Hey, let me take a look at that. It's just a CD, but... After I handed it to him, Sasuzuka looked at it and made a sour look. Yasuhiro Ishiki, huh? Is he someone famous? He might be someone big in the music world, but I know about him from something else. See? And it would ruin... Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so much better. Anyway, he was also one of the suspects. He was mistakenly arrested in the past. Because it happened right before his band was making their major debut, it was a pretty big deal. Yeah, I just remembered that. Does that actually... It looks like it says Rebirth. I'm not even kidding. I see the Rebirth something, and that would just be fucking amazing. Oh, no. That's not what it says. Doesn't it look like a something, but it could be something else. Maybe... Anyway. Gaimu, the corpse dream becomes a corpse. Pun headlines like that dominated the papers. The corpse dream. Wait, what? The corpse dream becomes a corpse. They're calling him a corpse dream. It's really creepy. Their lead vocal. Oh, was Corpse Dream the name of the band? Okay, I get it now. I was like, I thought they were just referring to Ishiki as. They're like, he's like the Corpse Dream. Like, you're like, it's creepy. That's his band name. I get it now. Okay, nah. Okay. Anyway. Their lead vocalist, Yasuhiro Ishiki, shoved a man who was harassing him onto the train tracks, killing them. Another man who had been there was also trying to de-escalate the situation, but he was falsely arrested as well. You just said that he pushed him, but he didn't. Only after the testimony of many witnesses were heard did the incident finally get cleared up. It wasn't murder, but an accident. Ishiki was proven innocent, but the arrest submarined his career. His dreams of music superstardom were dead and buried. They started calling him the tragic vocalist. I heard his band, I think it was Gaimu, broke up because of that incident, so... Does that mean corpse dream in Japanese? I don't know. Anyway. It isn't a stretch to say his life was ruined. He must really hate the police. Yeah, but Hana's the one that kills everyone for him. Hana's gonna kill everyone for you because Hana loves Ishiki. I love Hana. I think Kazuki was listening to his CDs simply because he liked their music. To be related to a person like that is... Huh. Dude. Here, take a closer look. Sasuzuka opened the CD case and handed it to me. Maybe we were supposed to do that in Adamoto's too. Hold on. Autograph to your little brother. And even has a card with his contact info. He's at least an acquaintance. That's... Now we have to figure out if it's a coincidence that there are two X-Day suspects palling around. I'm sure it'll be a coincidence. Nope. I knew if he said that I was just lying to myself, I'd have no comeback, but Sasuzuka just... Oh, I knew if he said that I was just lying to myself, I'd have no comeback. I can't read. But Sasuzuka just kept quiet. Anyways, you should copy down this contact information. Yes. My hands were slow to enter the information. Okay. Oh, whoops. I forgot we're supposed to do this. 4. What's this? Darkness consumes my world every day. I won't let anyone get in my way. My dream world, I'm almost there. It's fucking song lyrics. Just a bit more and I won't care. Sasuzuka, who'd been reading over my shoulder, let out a disgusted scoff. Pretty typical. Are these lyrics or something? I hope she wasn't like, oh my god, it's like a suicide note. Or like, no, it's just song lyrics. Just kidding. I have to say, it could also sound like a message from an Adonis sympathizer. That can't... We're just talking about possibilities. Take a closer look. They say that, like, take a closer look, like they want you to, like, literally do it again. Like, reject all adults and their selfish agenda. You don't care, don't even pretend to. Adults who need them, I just want freedom. This is probably his rebellious phase. It'll be part of his humiliating past soon. If you can, please just forget this. For Kazuki's honor, I pretended not to see that note. Okay, let's see what else they did. Oh god, I forget we have to do it this way. Oh, desk. As I scanned the top of the desk, a pink envelope caught my attention. Atop the simple desk, this letter stood in contrast to its surroundings. Is it a love letter, maybe? Read it. What? Isn't that going too far? Just put it back like you found it and it's fine. I muttered an apology to Kazuki in my head and took the letter out of the envelope. Oh my god. What's that? What's this? A fan letter? Yeah. Things like, "You're great on guitar, you have a great future ahead, I'm cheering for you," and so on were written very meticulously. Doesn't feel like this is being written about Kazuki. What's written here doesn't describe a Kazuki that I don't. What's written here describes a Kazuki that I don't know. The sender's name is Hana? Is that a handle or something? It's not her real name. Could be. Why are you reading it so thoroughly? Is there something interesting written in it? No, it's not that. And then the thing always starts over and it's really annoying. I have to like scroll over. What language is this anyway? I can hardly read any of it. Is it a code? Ah. Gyarumoji? Yeah, it's probably Gal Scrawl. Gal Scrawl, a particular style of supposedly cute writing used by women when typing text messages on the phone or writing notes. Who the fuck has time for that shit? This makes no sense whatsoever. You don't write things like this, do you? No, I think writing like that at my age is pretty embarrassing. Well, I think we're done here now. Okay. You don't write like an asshole, do you? Hee. Yes. The corkboard on top of the desk had a calendar. Starting this month, many more things have been written on the calendar. Rehearsal, meeting, go to the studio, rec. Is your little brother in a band or something? He plays guitar sometimes, but I never heard anything about him being in a band. Maybe he just kept it quiet. Maybe that's all this is. I hadn't had a proper conversation with Kazuki in quite a while. It felt awful that I didn't know a bit about my little brother's daily life. See, and this is why... I wonder if Akito is 0. Or our brother is. That's all I'm saying. That would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Like, you know, wouldn't it? Like why they just magically disappeared after we got all buddy-buddy with our brother. Anyway, hey, take a look at this over here. Huh? I looked where Sasazuka was pointing. Why does it say like Akito right here? Akito at 9. Weird. December 9th, written on today's date, it said concert. The writing was bigger than all the others. And there was even a star. I mean, I can see that. But does that mean that Kazuki's about to have a concert? Don't say it like it doesn't concern you. This is fine for now. Yeah. Okay. After we'd investigated most of the items here, I was pretty much shell-shocked. I really didn't know anything at all. The kind of people Kazuki hung out with, how he spent his time. I even thought that his guitar playing was just a little hobby or something. I couldn't stop shaking. Hoshino, get your head together. Sasazuka. It was so scary that I couldn't take it. What should I... If something happened to Kazuki... If he's tied to the incidents, Kazuki will... Right as I was about to fall to my knees. Oh my god! Is he actually holding us? I figured he might actually say something nice, but he's actually like holding us. Oh my god. He's such a little marshmallow. I knew he was all soft and squishy on the inside, but I love it. I still love it. I love it when the toasted outer marshmallow lets their inner marshmallow out. It just makes me so happy. Calm down. I was clinging onto his arm without thinking. Oh, we don't know anything for certain yet. That's why we're investigating. His quiet voice filled my ear. Just calm down. Oh, so cute. He put my head on his shoulder and patted me. That's adorable! You're like married now. You have to stay calm through this. He patted me to help me calm. To help keep me calm. But... Sorry. Tears started flowing like a deluge. My voice cracked as I sobbed. If he was involved with the incidents, then what are you going to do? The words pierce right into my heart. Will you ignore it because you love your brother? My head froze immediately. If he was connected to X-Day somehow, would you ignore it instead of doing your duty? The simplest thing would be to wait until they cause their next incident. What? Even if we're trying to get to Adonis, to just allow another victim to die is... I'm the worst. I didn't have the right to rebuke, should I, she? As that thought ran through my head, Sasazuka quietly asked, as an older sister, as a police officer, what can you do right now? My brain was running in circles, and I couldn't find the right words to say. But this time, Sasazuka quietly and patiently waited for me to compose my thoughts. I nervously racked my brain for an answer, even though I didn't have a time limit. I'll investigate, I said, as if trying to squeeze the words out. I'll investigate thoroughly in order to find a concrete proof that Kazuki's not involved. And if he is involved, so I can be prepared to stop him no matter what. Well said. He voiced that sentiment with a small chuckle that tickled my ears. If you decided otherwise, then you would have been disqualified as my partner on day one. Although his brisk way of phrasing things hadn't changed, it felt pretty kind now. There's nothing I can do but help as well, so hurry up and get your mind right. Okay, if you don't mind, I'll just stay like this for a little bit longer. That's so cute! He's like, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna hold you for a while longer. You love me. Sasazuka continued to not mind my hand clinging onto his jacket and didn't have an unkind comment about it. That was my only relief. Were we saying that to him, I think? Because that makes more sense, but... That was adorable. No! Later on, Sasazuka looked up the concert information. He even got me the tickets. Apparently the show was tonight at 7. I have to get a hold of myself. Inside the taxi, I quickly took a peek at Sasazuka as he sat next to me. Oh my god, we're taking him on a date. This is so great! Everything will be fine. I was worried about Kazuki, but nothing would come of grieving right now. I trusted Kazuki. He wasn't the type who would commit crimes. I knew that better than anyone. Besides, I've got a reliable partner pitching in. He said that he'll help out also. And all I could do was do my best as well to prove Kazuki's innocence. Sorry, I was trying not to sneeze as I said that. It'll all be fine, I'm sure. Words spoken aloud will definitely come true. I began to rely on Sasazuka wholeheartedly, since he had somehow inspired me to believe that way. My life. Okay. I know we're a little under time, but I can't stop sneezing. I think I'm gonna die. And we're at a good stopping point. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm probably not gonna record anymore tonight because it'll just be like this for the next part. So it's unfortunate because I enjoy playing this and I want to know what happened, but I want to feel better when I do. So I'm gonna wrap this part up here a little bit early. Sorry about that, but sometimes we go a little bit longer, so it's fine. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.